What's up everybody, Venom here with a quick guide on World of Warcraft Dragonflight. Let's get right into it. This is going to be yet another quick farm for making a little bit of gold on the side, especially with the new content that is coming with patch 10.1.7. We know that there's the Sunwell farm that drops that pattern for the goggles, well, several patterns for the goggles, and people are going to want to craft them to get the achievements to unlock the transmog account-wide. Now, I will be posting a video on that Sunwell farm that I do, but mainly I focus on more of the reagents and material farms because I think they're more lucrative, and I also think that they're more consistent compared to selling transmog because I've never really had luck selling any transmog. With that said, this is going to be a quick guide on farming Motes of Fire, which turn into Primal Fire, in order to get them on the auction house to make a decent chunk of gold over the next couple of weeks and or days as we get closer and closer to September 5th when the patch drops. Now, Primal Fire is kind of a consistent seller even without the new stuff coming. I've noticed that it sells pretty well still because the old world reagents just tend to do better sometimes than the new world stuff. And this was one that I have done for probably a couple of years now. It's very consistent. I've never had any issues selling them, and sometimes I might have to relist them because someone undercuts me, but other than that, it's a pretty decent gold farm in my personal opinion. Now, this can be done on any character. I prefer my druid because I have a speed set and I'm also level 61, so everything that I kill is immediately level 30 and scales down. It's much easier to kill things on a level 60 plus character. You can basically bring anyone to this farm and do it just as well as I do, if not better. First and foremost, where exactly do we farm these Motes of Fire? The Motes of Fire are going to be at the Throne of Kil'jaeden, which is going to be in Hellfire Peninsula. You can get there by taking the portal to Shattrath and then flying immediately here, or if you would rather just go to the Dark Portal, walk through, and be in Hellfire Peninsula, you can do that as well. But it's going to be located right here on your map in the Throne of Kil'jaeden in Hellfire Peninsula. Again, this is going to be the Burning Crusade expansion, so this is an older expansion, and this is where we are going to farm these Motes of Fire. The mob that we are looking for are the incandescent Fellsparks. They look like elementals, and they spawn pretty rapidly. You can kill 5 or 6 of them, and they respawn pretty much instantaneously. I ran around for about an hour in order to get as many Motes of Fire as I could to kind of test the farm after a couple of months of me not doing it. I just wanted to make sure that the drop rate was still very good, and it is. Now I have my loot appraiser up so that you can see every time I loot a Mote of Fire how much I'm getting for it in my auction house, which actually is going to be the same price as your auction house. Now, it's not going to be the same price today as it is tomorrow, but it will be the same price as all materials that stack will be the same price region-wide, so US would have the same price for materials such as these Motes of Fire, and EU would have the same price for materials that stack in that entire region. So the prices are not going to change per realm, they are only going to change per region. With that said, we're just going to run around and kill these Fellsparks rapidly. Just travel back and forth, back and forth. There's really no route. As long as you see a Fellspark, just go up and slap it and loot it. See if it has one of the Motes of Fire, and once you have 10 Motes of Fire, you can right-click them in your bag to turn them into a Primal Fire. I prefer to sell the Primal Fires as I feel like they sell a little bit faster than the Motes do. I'm not sure why, but they do. So I like to turn them into Primal Fire before putting them up on the auction house. And as you can see here, in the 4 minutes and 50 seconds of the recorded video that I took on my druid, I made 380 gold, mainly from the Motes of Fire. I looted quite a few, but this is just from 4 minutes and 50 seconds of farming. Some of it is contributed to the netherweave cloth that I have looted, but not very much since it does not sell very well for pretty much anything on my realm or on the region-wide realms. This is what we're looking at for just 5 minutes of farming. While it might not look like a lot, it's not millions. If you were to spend 1 to 2 hours here, you would make a decent chunk of gold for just kind of swiping at stuff and running in circles. Again, I always tend to lean towards the reagents and materials rather than the patterns because I just feel like transmog is so volatile and the market is changing constantly, and I would rather stick to things that I know sell, and this is something that I know sells. So as always, if you like the video, then like the video. And if you like my content in general, then please subscribe to my channel. It means the world to me. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!